inside fittings, floor coverings, those types of things. They form part of the contract here today. And we are selling via a public auction whereby a 10% deposit is required. Now that can come in the form of a $20,000 deposit today, and then the balance of that 10% can come forward on Monday. So $20,000 deposit today if you're successful, and then the balance making up that 10% can follow through on Monday. Very flexible settlement terms, 30, 60, 90 or 120 days is the settlement terms on offer for the property. So whether you're looking to keep it as an investment property and take over early, whether you're looking down the track to occupy, then obviously following the correct guidelines, then you can occupy the property down the track. But certainly a home for both great investment or family home opportunity is on offer here today. The rules for today's auction, same as when we call it on the street. They are that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer will indicate bids on request, in the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids, and the words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Pretty straightforward with the rules and the terms of the contract. If you have any questions in relation to those, then I point you towards our listing agents who are online at the moment. Zach and Jay, both there and online, here to help. Just flag them down, message in the chat box if you will, or if you need to, or have them on the phone if you wish to help you with your bidding or help you with any questions before we get too much further along. Ladies and gentlemen, but before we do, I want to talk to you very briefly about the home and opportunity here today that you are bidding on, and talk to you a little bit about the market itself. The market obviously raging at the moment. It is going insane, and that is why my advice today is to bid and bid strong, because homes like this will only be going up in value, and you could be in a position where you might find a home like this again but be paying a lot more money for it. It becomes harder and harder because you would have seen this home today sell at a certain figure, and then 2-3 months down the track you're going to be paying 30, 40, 50, 60,000 or $100,000 more for a similar home, and you could be in the position where you sit there going, well, I wish I would have bid a little bit further or a little bit harder at 42 Mcpherson Drive in Croydon. So my advice is to bid a bit strong, because the market continues to roll on, as particularly we start to move out of the COVID lockdown period of time. The lovely balcony on screen just before, giving you mountain views, a fantastic home. As I said, it's ready to move into when the appropriate time arrives, because it's all done and there for you. 5 bedrooms or 4 in a study, depending on how you want to set that last bedroom up. Then you've got 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage as well. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful alfresco area to entertain. Multiple living zones as well. Mountain views, I mentioned. Open plan kitchen, lovely floorboards there through there. Wonderful rumpus room. As I said before, that study or that 5th bedroom, making up for a complete family home. As you can see the photo scrolling through the lovely home there online. Ladies and gentlemen, to have this property, to sign contracts with it, to secure the property here today, you're going to need to make sure you use the chat box that I mentioned at the start to place your bid. So paddle number first, followed by the full amount you're bidding. And obviously, if you are the highest bidder, and I get to say the words on the market, and we cross that threshold of the reserve price, well, then you'll be purchasing the property here today if you are the highest bidder. But if you're the highest bidder, we haven't reached the reserve, then you need to be the highest bidder, because you're the first person that we call straight afterwards to negotiate with. And 9 times out of 10, that person becomes the successful purchaser of the property, in my experience. So in essence, you need to arrive at pole position for this particular property if you want to be buying here today. And as I said before, all the reasons, the home itself, the market itself, there's no better reason to be bidding and bidding strong here. 42 Mcpherson Drive, bidders and buyers, about to get underway in just a moment. I have one final rule how I sell here today. I call 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call. And when the hammer hits the contract like so, the property is sold. Now, I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place. So if you are slow on the keyboard, then make sure that you're ready to go, because once I knock it down, we cannot take any further bid that pops up in that chat box. Make sure that you have heeded the warning that I put forward around the call of the 3 before I knock it down, because that is the moment in time that you'll need to be quick on the keyboard to throw in that number and hit enter to give yourself every chance to purchase this fantastic home. Bidders and buyers, I'm ready. If you're ready, you can start me wherever you like now. You know the rules and where we're playing. You know 42 Mcpherson Drive is the property that you want to purchase here today. Then you need to get us underway. Paddle number, bid next. Over to you, bidders and buyers. You start me where you like. and let's get underway here and see who will purchase this fantastic home. Bidders and buyers in your hands now, using that chat box. Voice your bids, use our agents, however you want to put forward your bid here today. I'm in your hands for a fair and reasonable start. You start me where we like, and then I'll refer your bids to the owner, of course. Up to you, bidders and buyers. Giving you a moment or so to punch in, get used to the chat box and bidding function there. Get us underway with your bid and offer from here. 42 Mcpherson Drive, Croydon, in your hands, bidders and buyers. Don't be shy. It's not going to buy your property if you're shy, that's for sure. If there's no bid or offer shortly, then we can make a start, and I can make a start for you. Paddle number 5 gets us underway at 900,000, and there we start, ladies and gentlemen, at 900,000. Take a rise of 20 from there if it makes it nice and easy, and calling for 920 from there if you wish. 900,000's the bid and offer on screen now. Paddle number 5, bidder number 5 has that bid in their hands now, has the best chance to buy. Good luck with your bidding here today. It's over to other buyers now to see where you stand from here. 920 is what I look for. At 900,000 now, 920 is the bid we look for from here. Closing in very quickly, I can assure you, to an outcome with the bid at 900,000 moving along nicely. At 900,000, 920, can I say from here, bidders and buyers, your chance now. You've got to punch in the chat box now, or your time is running out shortly. 900,000, paddle number 5 has the advantage now, the bid in front. 920 is what I'm looking for. 900,000 now. At 900,000, paddle number 5's in front. At 900,000, bidders and buyers, it's your time now. We have the genuine bid there at number 5, paddle 5, bidding 900,000. They're in front. They've got the best chance to negotiate and buy the property with us, should it go down that track. 900,000's the bid. 920 is what I'm looking for, bidders and buyers. You're going to need to punch it in the chat box fairly quickly now as I start to move to call 3 times and work with our highest buyer from here. I'll give enough time to jump on the keyboard. I'll give enough time for Wi-Fi and NBN or wherever you may be to place your bid in the chat box. But otherwise, we look very quickly to negotiate with our highest party if need be. At 900,000 now, paddle 5 is that buyer. At 900,000 now, I'm going to call 3 times, bidders and buyers. You've got to make sure that you've punched in the chat box. If you need a moment, you're going to need to tell me to wait. You're going to have to put that in the chat box. Communicate with me now. As I start to make the call, we look to negotiate straight away with paddle number 5. Calling 3 times now. First time in the call now at 900,000's the bid. Second call now at $900,000. Third and final call. Are we all finished and done? Thank you, Lay. Just your paddle number, just to confirm as well there. Thank you very much, paddle 99 and 910. I'll take your $10,000 rise at 910, and it swings back to paddle number 5 now against you. 910's the bid now, and in front, new bidder, paddle 99. Best of luck with your bidding here today as well. Paddle 5 against you, 920. The bid follows up. The screen will change there. It comes in a moment or so. 920 is the bid. At 920,000 is the bid. Paddle 5 has it now. Lay, paddle 99 against you. There it is at 930. Quickly back, straight back to you, paddle 5. Get those bids ready in the keyboard nice and quick, so you just have to hit enter in anticipation of your competition bidding against you now. Paddle 5, 940 is the bid. Will update in a moment or so. 940 is our current bid with paddle 5 against you, paddle 99 to retort there at 950 is the bid we look for from here. At 940 is the bid. Paddle 5 holds the bid now. At 940,000 is the bid. Paddle 5's in front. Paddle 99 against you now. 950 is the bid we need to see. Calling again 3 times quickly. There it is, 950. Back in the mix now at 950. Lay, see your bid there. 950 screen will update. There it is. 950 paddle.
On the market, Connie.
On the market and selling. The screen will turn green, or the numbers at least will. If the whole screen turns green, there's a problem with your computer. But at 960, I see your bid now. Paddle 5 on the market and selling clearly there now. Selling, as we've said, 960 is the bid. The screen will update in a second. The screen will update in a moment. 960 is the current bid. At 960, at 960,000, referring to the chat box. 970, paddle 5's got the bid now at 970 the bid. 970 and a half. Lay, just confirm your bid. I've seen two figures in there. Paddle 5 trumps it anyway at 980. 980's the bid. At 980,000, paddle 5 in front. Lay against you for your bid. Now 980's the bid to beat. 980 and a half. 990's the bid. 990 back in front. 990's the bid in front now. Paddle 5 swings back in front with fast and strong bidding. At 990,000, paddle 5 has it now. At 990's the bid, as I said before. All bidders and buyers, make it known we're selling, playing for keeps from here. The person who it lands on and finishes on buys the property from here on out. The keys will come to them. 99 and a half, I'm suggesting, is that a 500 bid or a 5,000 bid? I just want to confirm, but $1 million comes over the top anyway. But on your next bid, Lay, just make sure we're clear. Is it a 500 bid or a 5,000 bid, just so we're clear? Paddle 5 has it, though, at $1 million. That's the bid. But Lay, on your next bid, should it be the case, 5,000 in the rise? Just want to confirm your bid first. Type in the full amount on the screen so we know, but $1 million and 10's the bid I see. Clearly written, paddle 5. Lay, I'm only assuming your bids are in $5,000 lots at this point in time, and tell me if I'm wrong. But $1 million and 10's the bid with paddle 5 at the moment. Lay, just be clear with the bids now. Is it a $5,000 rise on top? That I'll go from here. Will it be 15? So $1 million and 10 is the bid. Looking for $1 million and 15, if you will. And $1 million and 10's the bid with paddle 5 against you, Lay. Do you want to add a $5,000 bid on top and call it 15? $1 million and 10 is the bid. So you might have internet difficulties as I see you popping in and out of the screen now again. $1 million and 10 is the bid. If a $5,000 rise is what you wish on top, just be clear on the full amount on the bid. Our staff will check in with you to make sure. Temporary connection errors there, but we're back there. Lay's back in the mix. $1 million and 10's the bid, Lay, just to be clear. And if your bids are moving in $5,000 allotments, let us know. The next bid needs to be 15. Give you a moment or so to check back in with my staff to make sure we don't miss that opportunity and miss your bid here today. We want to make sure you've had every chance to bid and buy because, as I said, we're on the market. We're selling and playing for keeps from here. Had $1 million and 10's the current bid, and we sell away if there's no better bid. All other bidders and buyers online, just making it crystal clear. If you had any intention to bid, then you're going to need to bid now. You're going to need to put it forward very quickly. Otherwise, we look to start the count to 3 and knock it down. Lay, I'm just appealing to you now as you've been bidding all the way with us. $1 million and 15 is the bid. Got your bid there of the $5,000 rise on top now at $1 million and 15. Paddle 5. It looks like you just had to enter. $1 million and 20. Strong bid back. The screen will update in a second. There it is. Paddle 5 in front. Lay, it's against you for 25 if you wish. Perhaps a stronger bid at 30 might be the way to go. That's my suggestion. Maybe the bid at 30 on a $10,000 rise might separate the two of you. Same advice will follow to paddle 5. Get your next bid ready as well. $1 million and 20 is the current bid. It rests with you though. But have that bid ready to go next. Lay, it's against you. 25, the $5,000 rise I see. Had $1 million and 25's the bid now. Paddle 5 against you, $1 million and 30 straight back. Screen will update in a moment. $1 million and 30 is our highest bid with paddle 5 right now. Just from advice for you there, Lay, if you're having any technical difficulties, there's a phone number on the screen for you to give a call. Current bid's $1 million and 30. The screen will update in a moment. Another 5,000 on top there is what we're looking at. 35's the bid now. Had $1 million and 35. Screen update in a short moment of time, but it's in the chat box and we can see it there. Now 40 on top now from paddle 5, fast bidding back. $1 million and 40 is the bid. Lay against you, can we see 50? What about a $10,000 rise? Let your competition know you've come to buy here and now. $1 million and 40 is the bid with paddle 5. Can we see 50 from here? At $1 million and 40, now still with paddle 5. 45, Lay does come over the top with a $5,000 rise. Back at you, paddle 5. Do you take us to $1,050,000 now? There it is at $1,050,000. Bidders and buyers, paddle 5 heads and holds the bid now. Been with us from the very, very start and not about to give up just yet. Lay, it's against you. Further rise of 5 or a rise of 10 would be the good bid from here, and calling it 60. Against you, Lay, now. The bid is with paddle 5 at $1,050,000. If you're having any technical difficulties, our staff members are online there. Zach can call and talk to you through it. $1,050,000 is the current bid with paddle 5. And right now, they're buying the property if there's no better bid. Make that crystal clear, Lay. It's against you. I'll give a moment or two for technical difficulties in time and Wi-Fi, NBN, and I see your message there. I'm going to give you a moment or so just to reconsider to see if you're still in or out. All other bidders and buyers, let it be known now it looks like there's no one else to bid further. Lay, I'm going to ask you one final time, are you sure you're done 110%? Is that the barrier for you? Because otherwise I look to sell. Looks like he's left the group now. He's had it and done $1,050,000. No one else standing in your way, paddle 5 at this stage from what it looks like. All other bidders and buyers, let it be known. I'm going to call it now to sell if there's no better bid from here. Just telling me to wait one more second is my staff, just in case there's any outlying bids from here. As I said, for quite some time, we've been on the market. We've been selling. We're about to sell now. Paddle 5 has it. Just in case, paddle 5, get any next bid ready, just in case there's any late or last bids before I start that count to knock it down. Had $1,050,000, otherwise we're about to sell away. Abby, are we all done and dusted with all other bidders and buyers here today? Just need to make sure everyone is out and finished. Give another 30 seconds or so before we start the call to sell. Just confirming everyone else on the chat is done and finished here today. Your bidding concludes now. We look to sell at $1,050,000. Just a connection issue with one of our bidders and buyers at the moment. Just double check and confirm with me, Abby. Is there any more left with Lay? Will he continue to bid? Any further rise? Just so I know, as in about 15 seconds, I start the count to sell. Final moments in opportunity. Selling now if there's no bid. Got to know now, buyers and bidders, last moments before I knock it down now. Are you in, out? Is there a further bid or rise from here? $1,050,000, I'm selling. First time in the call now, ladies and gentlemen, buyers, we sell away. Second call now, we look to sell. Bidders and buyers, need your voice or your message in the chat box. If you wish to purchase, you're going to need to place a bid ASAP as the time is about to run out. Paddle 5 is in front at this stage. Zach, I need to know now instructions very quickly from you. At $1,050,000, we look to sell. Third and final call now. Do we wrap it up and sell? Zach, instructions from you. Abby, instructions from you. Need to know now. Otherwise, we look to sell if there's no better bid from here. At $1,050,000, I need to make doubly sure that everyone's had the chance, that your connections, and there's no errors there with your connections, that you've had every opportunity. And a bid comes in now, paddle 66. Love the dramatics, obviously, there, George, at $1,060,000, a strong bid to keep it moving along nicely now. But loving the dramatics. My hammer was so close to touching down there at 65. Straight back at you now with a $5,000 rise. Paddle 66 back against you again. 65's the bid, back with paddle 5, who's been with us from the start. Paddle 5 in front. $1,065's the bid. George, do you take us to 70 or better from there? 80 with a strong bid, coming in right at the end to show you want to buy it at $1,080's the bid. Paddle 5, don't be intimidated. 85 straight back at you. 85's the bid now. Paddle 5's not going to lose it for 5,000, that's for sure. George against you now. Take us to 1-1 if you will. That bidding trend can continue. 85's the bid against you, paddle 66. Do you want to steal it from us now and take it away? Your bid I await. 1,085,000 is the bid with paddle 5. We once again look towards selling. I'm going to count 3 times. George now, are you in or out? Need to know. 90 it is with a $5,000 rise. Paddle 5 straight back at you now. Do you take us to 1-1? 95 it is. I see your $5,000 bid there. Back to you, George. Now, do you take us to 1-1? I think we'll get there. So all I could suggest is we go there right now. George against you again. Getting ready to type your bids fast is key and important to show that you're competitive, that you want the property, that you're aggressive, that you're pushing in a strong market to purchase here today. And 1,095,000, paddle 5, still in front at the moment. And I'm getting ready again to call 3 times unless George stops me with a bid. George, it's against you. Need to know now, are you still in or out? If you're out, punch in the chat box and tell us that you're out and done. Same goes to all other bidders and buyers. If you're done and finished, feel free to use the chat box to say that you're done and finished so that we know that we've given you every opportunity, because I can't see your face online. I just want to make sure that we've given you every chance to purchase here today. Paddle number 5 holds our highest bid currently, had 1,095,000. George, it's against you, paddle 66. If you're not bidding any further, make sure you put it in the chat box so I know. Otherwise, I look to see your bid in the chat box in a moment or so, because I'm getting ready to call 3 times to sell away. At 1,095,000 now, we wind up to sell here. Calling 3 times. George, I've given you a minute or so now to place a bid or let us know that you're out. If I don't hear from you in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to have to assume that your bidding is concluded here today. And in 1,095,000, I start to call 3 times. George, final moments, your last chance before we knock it down. I know you love the dramatic late bids, but be very careful because the hammer goes down, it sells. 1-1's the bid there. I see it from you. Well done, and good strong bidding continues. Paddle 5 against you and another 5 on top. 1,105,000's the bid. $1,105,000 the bid. George against you. Do you take it to 10? 1,105,000 back with paddle 5. George says he's out. I thank you again for your bidding and participation today. Our staff are going to have to look hard to find you another property, but you still have a moment or so to reconsider before the hammer goes down. George, I'll give you a moment or so before I knock it down. 3 times I call, then we sell. Paddle 5, you may have now seen off all comers and including late comers towards the bidding, and hopefully it arrives with you in a moment or so, but I'm going to double check that everyone is done and dusted here. All bidders and buyers need to know you're done and finished. $1,105,000 I look to sell now, calling away 3 times to sell. First time in the call now, and we're selling 1,105,000. Second call now, paddle number 5. It looks like it's coming your way if there's no better bid in the chat box. Third and final call, all finished, silent and done. We look to sell if there's no better bid. Selling. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. We are sold. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending another AY at auction. Have a fantastic weekend. We wish you well this weekend. And congratulate to our purchasers, our vendors again. And we hope to see you in the near future. Thank you to our listing agents, Zach and Jay, who specialize in the area and with property. So if you're thinking of selling or buying real estate, then they're the guys to talk to. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you for attending the auction.